All right. Welcome, ladies, to the 30-day sprint. I am super excited for y'all because I know what's on the other side of these 30 days. Now, the thing is, what do you want? That's the question. What do you want at the end of these? What do you want to see? How do you want to see yourself at the end of this 30 days? So I'm going to actually I'm going to put in the chat and it will be in the community. First thing, you should have received an email inviting you to the online community. It's an email that says, "Hey, Elaine, welcome to the Grit and Thrive Live or the 30-day sprint community. Click here to join." And then you were supposed to click and then just fill out the information. So make sure you look for that email. If you have not received it, just send an email to Lorna@lornasherland.com
Okay.
and we will get it back out to you again. That's the first thing. Okay. Join the community.
What platform is it?
We're going to go high level. So if you're
Okay.
familiar with school, it's a
Yeah.
similar community as school, but it's
Okay.
being run through Go High Level. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Um, Hang on, let me just get my sheet up. I did not do that. I'm really excited for you guys because as I was building this out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. All right, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. You can grab it, Elaine. And again, it will be in the school community. This is a questionnaire for you guys to fill out. It's going to give me a little bit more information about you and what you want to create as we move through the whole process. Okay. You're
Cool.
going to fill that out. All right. And then next, I'm going to walk through a little bit about what you guys can expect in the program. Again, we have 30 days together. You're going to be running the program through the online community. Make sure you're going in there and dropping in questions. You're going to be dropping in aha moments because each of you are here for a reason, right? And just like when we were in the room, when when you guys ask a question and I come in and I respond, it's not just coaching for one person, it's coaching for everybody, right?
Right.
So, and remember, this is not a hustle. This is all about getting aligned with what you want. That's why I keep asking you, what do you want? I'm actually triggering your brain to ask yourself the question. Keep asking the question so that it comes up. You don't have to think about it that hard. It'll come up once you start asking yourself questions. The answer is always in the question. So if you ask yourself more questions, you're gonna get more answers, right?
Right.
So the purpose of this program is to really establish structure and organization in your life and your business, and really to initiate commitment to say, okay, is this what I really want? Because it's gonna come. It's gonna come up, y'all. The key is to stay in it as it's coming up, right? And the other piece of this, the biggest piece of this, is to really create that identity shift that you guys started in the Grit and Thrive Live event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question to you. What brought you into the program? If you guys want to come off mute and share what brought you into the program. This one.
Well, I was very impressed with you, who you were being at the event, and I felt like I needed an infusion because I get in the weeds. I get in the weeds and then I don't always I'm challenged by priorities sometimes, and I'm also challenged by sometimes I don't want to do the thing that I really need to do, which is I need to have more sales conversations and I really want to create some collaborative partners like in the Dames, and I have not done that. And my excuse about caretaking for my dad is over. So it's like, all right, Elaine, let's, you know, so yeah,
That's perfect. Thank you for sharing, Elaine. I
yeah.
see you, girl. I see you. I got you. It's time.
It's
Let's go.
time. It's time to stop
Yeah.
fucking around, you know.
All right, Elaine, Alana, what brought you here? Just one or two words.
Like, getting out of the squirreling. 'Cause when
You're breaking up.
I
You're breaking up, so I'm not
to
hearing you.
stop squirreling.
Stop scrolling. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you want to
stop
stop
squirreling.
scrolling. Awesome.
Yeah. Be
Okay.
more focused and
Focus.
intentional.
Okay. All right. I love what you guys have shared because none of you said you needed more information, which is great because I got a lot of information, y'all. This program is about implementation. The
Yeah.
real gap, if you really look at your business and your life, your real gap is discipline, decision, and alignment. So when we were in Grit and Thrive Live, I started the alignment. Do you get that? When you saw your highest value, that was the beginning of alignment, right? Because now you know why you don't do the things you do. You don't do the things you should be doing, or you do the things that you think you should be doing, right, Elaine? That's exactly the reason why, because it's not in your highest value. So how do we align yourself to your values so that you do the things that you do? And this is what this program is all about. It's all about structure, focus, and repetition. Y'all, if you ask any of the 1% how they've built, they're going to tell you a few things. And one of the first things they're going to tell you is repetition. They do stuff that they don't want to do all the time.
Right.
And that's how they build. All right. This program is a discipline builder. It's a behavior rewiring system. It's going to rewire your brain. The only way to rewire your brain that I know of is the discipline of repetition, right? You're going to be learn how to make decisions on a dime, because now that you're building the muscle, you can make the decision quicker. You don't have to think about it. You get what I'm saying? It's going to just be there, top of your mind, right? And above all, this is all about accountability. So your real self is going to really show itself in this container, because part of what is going to be required is for you to check in the morning, check out in the evening, right? So it's
Okay.
really the real you is going to really show up in the process. Okay, here's what this container is not. Here's what it's not. It's not a course to consume. You're going to have things to consume, but it's not a course to consume.
Thank
What do
God.
I mean by that? The things that you're consuming is to rewire your brain, right? It's not for you to consume and spit out and let it go. You got to really think about why you're doing it, what it's saying, how can I implement this into my life? Okay? It's not a passive experience, because every day you're going to have 12 of the same things to do every day. It's the
12.
same 12.
Well,
Yes. And by the way, it is possible for you to finish them in an hour.
okay, that helps.
Okay.
Okay? It's possible for you to finish them in an hour and a half tops. You have a 30-minute workout. You have
Oh,
your
that's
reading, you have your reach outs, you have your listen to the videos. The videos are a good, I don't know, anywhere from a minute to maybe 3 minutes. The longest video is probably going to be my daily videos that you get to watch in the morning. That's probably the longest video. And the longest one is 4 point something minutes, 4.4 minutes, right? So it's not a lot of things to do. The hardest thing to do on there is probably going to be your workout. Now, I'm going to invite you to come into the community if you're having a challenge with workout. If you haven't worked out in 50 years, come in and
Oh, that's
tell
no
me.
problem for me. I work out every day. I love working out.
Great. So we're going to build on that, right? But there's some of us who have not worked out in a while. We're gonna want to come back in and say that you're having a challenge so that we can support you with moving forward. Again, it's a build. You start from where you are and let's build on top of that. Okay. This is not about perfection. I want to say that one more time. This is not about perfection. It's not about pressure. It is just building consistency in your life. I promise you, this is the start of the foundation of the rest of your life. If you really take this on, it's going to support you in flying way past all the people that you think you're never behind. You may think you're behind, but you're not behind. You just get to build the muscle and build the foundation, right? So I'm super excited. Super, super excited. So here is how this is gonna roll. This is our onboarding call where I explain all the things. And then after this, we're gonna meet every Monday at the same time, 12 noon Central Time for the next, starting the 14th and 3 Mondays after that. So 14th is the first one, 3 Mondays after that. Put it in your calendar. So now you can't say you don't know or you missed it. Put it in your calendar now, every Monday at 12 noon Central. That call is going to be for 1 hour. And we're going to come in and you're going to share what's working, what's not working, what are your challenges. This is the place for you to get my coaching, right? Real time. Okay. So you got to be willing to come in here, be vulnerable, and get your questions answered and get yourself moved forward if you're feeling stuck in any way, shape, or form, or you just need some more boost in whatever you're creating. Even if you have, hold on, let me make sure this is Paula. I see a phone number coming in here, so hang on one second. Ah, 832. Okay. All right. Okay. So every day, you're gonna get prompted to jump in and do your daily checks, right? You're gonna come in, check in every morning. I don't care what time of day you check in. Early in the morning is better because at least it sets the trigger for you to say, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna start now. At night, you're gonna have your sacred 7 to fill out in the mornings. It's gonna be a little questionnaire. And then in the evening, you're going to have a checkout and it's going to just ask you one question, right? So you're going to have daily prompts that are going to give you that initiation to do what you get to do on a daily basis, right? Your check-ins are simply, hey, in the morning, you're going to come in and you're going to say, okay, my declaration for today. So let's say you have your 20 calls. You had a goal, Elaine, you said earlier that you wanted to start making more sales calls. Guess what? One of your tasks, one of your 12 is 20 conversations. Now, if you get to have coaching around how to have the conversations, that would be a question I would ask on a Monday, right? Like, how do I approach this? This is what I want to do. How do I approach this? And then every day after that, you're going to come in and say, hey, today I want to make my 20 connections, but I want to talk to 5 people. See the difference? 20 connections could be email, call, text, right?
Right. So 20 connections could also be what I call reach outs, where you're just
20 reach outs. Yes.
20 reach outs, 5 conversations per day or per week.
It's up to you. So you're going to come in the morning, your check-in is, okay, I want to do, I'm going to do my 20 conversations. And in my 20 conversations, I want to make 5 connected physical calls. That could be your declaration for the day. Then you're going to go do your thing, have your day, come back in at the end of the day, and you're going to say, okay, I did my 20, but I didn't do 5 connections. I only had 1. It's okay. The point is you did the 20 and you elevated and said you made your declaration for the 5. Next day, come back in. I would recommend you do it again until you hit your number. Okay. Again, it's building the muscle. You don't just give it up. You build the muscle. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you asked for it. You asked for it. All right. So your check-ins and your check-outs. Community thread, we talked about that. You're gonna come into the community and check in. When you hear my prompt in the mornings, it may have in there, what are you hearing? Or some questions maybe in there for you to come in and answer in the community. Okay. I just dropped the business clarity form. It's going to be in the community as well. And I'll drop it in one more time because Paula just came in. I'm going to drop it in the chat one more time. So I want you guys to fill that out for me. That would be super helpful for me and my team to support you. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. And make sure when you're filling out that form, you do it as clear as possible because that's going to help me coach you on a Monday. In case you forget something, I can still coach the team on how to shift whatever is coming up on your forms, right?
And
So
I'm
make sure
sorry,
you.
when do we do the forms, Lorna?
I just dropped it in the link in the chat for you. If you could
Right, but
finish that
do you
today,
want
that
it
would be.
every week, or is this a one-time
No, that's just
thing?
a one time. That's just
Oh,
a one
okay.
time. Just do it one
Okay.
time. Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. I forgot to give this to my assistant to put in the community for you. One of the things that I find that really supports people who do this program is I create a commitment form, which is not from me, it's actually your commitment to yourself. So that form is going to be in the community for you to go in and fill out because you're not here for me, you're here for you. And if you don't sign an agreement with yourself, 10 chance, let me put it this way. The people who have not signed commitment form coming into this program did not complete, right? So
Yep.
that form is your commitment to yourself, right? So that's going to be in there for you to fill out. I would suggest that you pick on a weekly basis, pick 1 to 2 um um things, action steps that are going to move whatever your goal is forward. Because here's the first thing I want to say to you again, too, is pick one thing. Remember, I said to you when we started, what does your life look like at the end of the 30 days? Who have you become at the end of the 30 days? Right? So it's
Right.
one of those things. Pick one. I want to be blah, blah, blah. I want to have blah, 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 blah. Right? And those are the 2 needle moving things that we're going to work on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Okay. And I want to stress again, anchor your activities into your highest values. I will, at the end of the program, let me just make a note to myself. I will recommend, I'm going to give you the form right before we end the 30 days. I want you to redo your highest value worksheet, right? Because one of the goals that I have for you guys to actually accelerate into is getting money up into your top 5. Because if I remember correctly, almost nobody in the room had money as their top 5 values, right? So we want to get money up there because that is the thing that most people have some level of security attached to, a level of identity, but I want you to dispel the identity of money. Dispel that because you're who you are. The money is just um, uh, what's the word am I looking for? The money is just an outcome of who you're being. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so if you're not being diligent, if you're not being disciplined, if you're not being consistent, if you're not being all those things, the money is not going to show up because you're not being those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I talked about identity. Oh, I'm talking fast. Ooh. All right. Any questions so far? Any questions? Paula, are you here? I can't.
So
Mhm. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, so I haven't. I check both spam, so I will email your team and give make sure I have the right email address. And so let's just say, I'm on the court and then I get screwed up. I can put it in the group thing and be like, help, I just went
Help.
to the toilet, I got rejected, and now I hate myself or whatever, which is,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is
That
that
is there for you. Don't, guys, so here's what I want you to hear. You get from this program what you put in.
yeah.
Period. You get what you put in. So if you're not coming in and communicating, you can't get any response back. It's the law of reciprocity. You're gonna hear me talk about laws all day long, y'all. All day long. It's what I teach. It's really the laws, right? So if you don't come in and say, I'm drowning, I can get you out of the water, right? So
Okay.
that's a commitment to yourself again. Any other questions? Does that help,
That's
Elaine?
very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? I thought I saw Paula come in. Where is she?
It's just
Oh,
her phone. It's
it's
not
just her
a,
phone. She's not
yeah.
she doesn't have
And I know
speak.
for me, when I'm on Zoom, I have a hard time doing the mute and you know what I mean? Sometimes it's tricky to get unmuted or turn the
Yeah,
camera
she doesn't even have a speaker. So she's probably just hearing us. She's not
on. Okay.
she can't speak. Alana, do you have any questions at all?
No, I should have called you yesterday. I was drowning.
Oh, okay, you're on your way back.
No, no. I said I was drowning yesterday,
Oh,
getting ready. So I said I should have called you yesterday because I was drowning.
okay. Did you get the email to join the community?
Uh, I don't know. I will check and see.
Okay. That's super
Yeah,
important, guys.
I will double check.
Okay. Because instead of using, and I'm going to see how it works, like between now and when we start on Monday. If I don't see it working, I may add one more piece that will be also sufficient and actually very helpful. But I want you guys to get used to it. Again, this is another way of practicing and building the muscle to do the thing that you don't want to do or you don't like to do, right? Because the thing that I want you to hear is a lot of times we get to do things in our lives that we don't like because it's going to move the needle towards the goal. We get to do it, right? That's
Yep.
one of the biggest lessons I've learned coaching with Marion Jones, a former Olympic champion, if you guys know her.
You've
That's a
coached with
big,
Marion fucking Jones? Are you
I
kidding me?
coach it. I heard she kicked my ass this morning. I almost passed the hell out.
Oh my God.
She was like, Warner, come on. I'm like, bitch, shut up. But
Oh my God, she's so beautiful and amazing. Oh my
listen,
God.
listen. So here's my thing. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not giving you all stuff that I don't do. I got to deal with her every Monday morning, right? So hard things are gonna get you what you want. If you
Yep.
believe that, I got you. I got you. Know that it's gonna be hard, but what's on the other side, y'all? What's on the other side? You gotta keep your eyes focused on what's on the other side
I
because
mean,
it's gonna be. Mhm.
I was just gonna say I've been really reflecting on um, since I quit my restaurant gig and did my coaching full time and the thing that's, like learning how to work at a whole new level. That's just been a real challenge of doing the things I don't like to do, the detail-oriented task stuff, and I don't have the sales to hire somebody to do it. Like right now, I'm it.
Okay, I'm gonna
You know?
interrupt you right now. Here's why I'm gonna interrupt you. Because and guys, no, that's how I coach. One of the things that I coach on is language, right? Everything is a thought. Thought creates things. So if I don't interrupt your thought, you're going to create what you say. Make sense?
Right.
So Elaine, that's why I'm interrupting the language right now.
Okay.
You may have a challenge with detail-oriented task,
Yes.
but when you add on the language of I don't have, your brain and your subconscious mind is not interpreting it the way that you're saying it.
Okay.
It'll give you more of that.
Okay. Thank you.
You
And I
get
don't
me?
want that. I don't want more of that.
So my job is to train y'all brain and your mouth to not say the thing.
Okay.
How do you rewire that for yourself?
Yeah.
Right? I get to create more calls. I get to create more sales.
I get to create more calls. And you know what? I've turned into a great editor. So, I can learn new things and I'm having fun learning AI. So I can learn new things. So that's a story.
A big one that's shifting as of today.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else? We finished early. This is great. I love this. So I'm going to send you back out into the world. Again, I'm going to put this onboarding into the community. So this is why it's so important that you get in there and be able to get access, because all your prompts for every day, including all the documents, are in the portal.
Okay.
It's all in the portal. The videos are going to be in the portal. Everything's going to be in the portal, right? So you have this week to get your act together, get everything on your calendar. Come Monday, you're going to start getting your emails. Go access, do this. You will not get access to day 2 unless you complete day 1.
Okay.
Okay. My assistant, she made it such that your checkoff forms, you can do it digitally. And if you're a paper person, you can print it. Okay. But just make sure you check it complete.
Okay.
All right. What else? No question is there's no stupid questions. So make sure you're asking all the questions that you get to ask. And but you're gonna acquaint and it's gonna be over. So make sure you ask your questions. What do you need? So when you're filling out the form, if you like for you, Alana, I would still fill out the form for your business and your house for you. I would do both because they're not separate, but I gotta get your brain to see that. So for now, just fill out both. What do you want your house to look like in 30 days? What do you want your businesses, because I know you have 2 businesses to look like at the end of 30 days. Put money in there, put all the things. Now remember the training from Grit and Thrive Live. If your money ceiling is a certain level, let's do it incremental. If it's maybe $50,000, $100,000 more than you've already ever earned before in your life, make sure you're making it incremental, because your brain can't really process that yet, right? So for now, until I teach you other things, which you're probably going to have to come join me in the higher level program. But for now, I want you to just think about how much money have you ever, the highest amount of money you've ever earned, and then bump that up. When you bump that up incrementally, as let's say we do it every, I don't know, depends on what your goal is, monetary goal is. We got to see what that is when you fill out the form, and then I'll coach you through that, because I don't want to give you too much stuff to do right now. Just
Okay.
bump it up. For instance, I'll give you an example from my point of view, right? When I was at 250,000, I bumped it up another 50, right? And then I hit that 50, and then I just kept raising it up. Now, that didn't mean that I worked anymore. What I did was the company I was in, I literally just set my goals, my target for capping in the company sooner. So while everybody else in the company was making their caps stretch out the year, I collapsed my cap to 3 months. So if I collapse my cap to 3 months, then I don't have to give them any more money. Every time I get a check, they got to give me the whole check. You see what I'm saying? So that's just how my brain works. I'm teaching you how to think like that. So incremental for now until we get your nervous system up to the next level, then we can go exponential, right? You good?
Yep. So what is so the goals that we have for, like, say I have goals for work, do those get added in on the sheet that we fill out?
Yes. So
Okay.
like for you, and I don't want to give you too much things to do because you won't do anything. So for you, for
You know
you,
me so well. You're
yeah, I
changing
do.
that.
I do. For you, I want you to pick one. So you have the daycare, you have your job, you have the real estate, right?
Yeah.
Which one of the three is the most important thing connected to your highest values? And what are your three highest values?
It was travel, I think, friends,
Eh,
friends and family. Travel, friends and family. Then I forgot the third one because I don't
Travel and
think I got.
family.
Yeah.
Okay. So if travel and family are your highest values, you get to have money to travel. Yes? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm
Right.
going to pull Paula in and Paula's going to train us on how to travel for free. Hi, Paula Foster.
I,
Great way for you to jump on in. And right after this, I'm going to ask you all to introduce yourselves once again because we may not have met each other at the Grit and Thrive Live. So for Paula, I mean for Alana, pick which one is the most important thing that's going to drive that highest value for yourself.
okay. Got it.
Which one?
Uh, right now, probably the W-2 job.
The what? The job?
The W, yeah, probably the job. The W-2 job.
Okay. So then if you have a goal in the W-2 job, that's the goal you work with. What's the goal in the W-2 job?
To advance to the next highest level by this time next year, which should be going from SVP to director.
Okay. What's the second one that's attached to the highest value? Let me ask, because we gotta go we have 30 days. We gotta go to fast to cash. So what's the second one?
Okay, that's next. Probably so it could be the tutoring
I think it
business
should be to their
to
company
get
because
paid for.
you're playing with that business. That is a multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
So the tutoring company. Yeah.
So so use that one because I think you're sitting on a sleeping giant and the fact that
Yeah.
you got, and I'm surprised that you didn't, you should have kept in touch with William Harrison from the Grit and Thrive Live event because all we got to do is duplicate what he's doing. So let's
Yeah,
use
I didn't
that
get a
one.
chance to check with him, but that's all right. I'll get back to you
Yeah.
for
So let's
sure.
use that
So
one
that'd be
as
one
your
of my
goal.
tasks.
Yeah. Let's use that one as your
Okay.
goal. Okay. Paula, you jumped in a little bit late,
Yep.
but this is going to be in the system recorded, so you can go back and watch it. And I'm going to actually put the document in.
Hey,
Yes.
Lorna, I'm trying to fill out the form and it's not letting me type my vision, my outcome things. And then when it says, what are your biggest challenges? I'm picking one instead of being able to pick all of them. So I think there's something wonky with
The
with
form.
the form.
Okay. I'll work on it when we get off this call.
Come on,
Just give me like
camera.
5 minutes after, okay?
Okay.
I'll
Come
work
on,
on it
camera.
after. Paula, we're gonna go over just go over in the system. Make sure you can get into the community because this video is gonna be in there, okay?
Okay, so to get into the community, it's not through Zoom, it's through an email.
Yes. So you should have gotten an email. We got to figure out what's going on with your email. Did you check spam?
I was on the road and I was just checking what I had, so that's
Okay.
when I
So
texted you and said it's still not coming through.
Okay, so do you get emails on your phone?
Yeah, I do. That's where I was checking. I was on my phone originally.
So you should have still been able to do everything on your phone because I checked all of that when we set it up.
Did not come through, Lorna. Not in
Okay.
my primary, not in my updates.
Okay. I gotta
Can't
see
find
why.
it.
I don't know. Maybe we have to delete you out the system and re-enter you for it to attach to you. So I'll check that. Okay. And then we'll get that link to you so everybody gets to jump in on the community. You'll have all your recordings there. Whatever things I'm going to talk to you about will always show up there. Mondays at 12 o'clock. I don't care where you are in the world, Paula. You could be in friggin' Timbuktu. They have Wi-Fi. Mondays at 12 o'clock Central is our call. Come to the call with all your questions. As I said before to the ladies, the answers are in the questions. Start asking yourself more questions. Start asking me more questions. Okay?
Gotcha.
Because the answers are there.
Okay.
Um, what else? Go around real quick. We have like 5 more minutes to just introduce yourselves. Alana. Alana, go first because you're in the car. Or not.
My name is Alana Rossi Bailey from the Dallas, Texas area. Let's see, I'm married. I have 4 kids that are hanging out right here. That's my throat. Um, and I have a W-2 job and a couple of businesses. So looking to um, get better in organizing myself and actually making more things happen and stopping the swirl and procrastination.
Okay. Paula, go.
Paula Foster, Houston, Texas, owner of I3P Services LLC. It's a boutique tax company. Been owning and operated for the last 20 plus years. Semi-retired. Looking to get better at being better.
Awesome. Go ahead, Elaine.
My company is Captivate the Crowd, and I show 6 and 7 figure women how to be more powerful on stage, on camera, and with their podcast guesting.
Awesome. Okay. Paula, are you open for some quick feedback?
Sure.
There is no such thing as retirement.
I said semi.
You still have the word retirement. There's no such thing. No
Okay.
such thing as retirement. Because why would I say it took me a minute to kind of get that right? Because retirement is a construct that we created, even just in the Western world, right? More in the U.S. than anywhere else. If you go anywhere else in the world, you probably will never hear that word because they don't
Okay.
retire. They just live their life, right? They just live life. So what would it look like? Because my in my psyche, and think about who you are and who you are becoming. It's not even who you're becoming, it's who you are, right? But on the way to to getting back to you, right? Remember in Grit and Thrive Live, that's why I said she remembered who she was, right? On the way back to you, just think about the word retire. Look up the word retire. Retire. It's like, first of all,
Should I use retread? or,
whatever
do,
it takes.
how about okay, renewed, rejuvenated? I don't know. What
Something
else
that
you
is
use?
more empowering, something that is not retiring sounds like death in
Got
my
you.
world. Your subconscious is like so like open. Like when you say it, y'all, if nothing else in the next 30 days, you're gonna talk different.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Because if you think about the word that you're speaking and know who you are, you'll start speaking differently. And when you hear yourself talking like everybody else, you're gonna shut yourself down and say,
Got,
no, not now, not that one, never that one. You get what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
So when you're speaking, start thinking about the word and what it means before you utter it. You get what I'm saying?
Speak from the truth.
Exactly.
Speak from the truth,
Yeah.
not the illusion
Yes, that part.
or
You
the
get it.
point.
Yes, the construct,
Speak
right?
from that point. Okay.
Yeah, speak from the truth, not from the illusion. You said it the right way the first time.
Gotcha. Okay.
You went deep already, and we just onboarding. I love it.
All
All
right.
right, ladies. I know you guys have things to do. Just let's
You really work out with an ex Olympian.
yeah.
You lie.
I wish I was. My legs right now are, are saying, huh, I wish it was a lie.
She's a beast.
She
She
is
is
so
crazy.
amazing.
She freaking crazy.
She's
Crazy.
a beast.
And then she go talk about, oh, you can do it just one more time. I can't even breathe, woman. What are you talking about?
Does she coach you with your workouts?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, here.
This in person or virtual?
We're on
Let me find
Zoom.
some
We're on Zoom.
hats.
Okay,
She lives in Austin.
She
okay.
lives in
I didn't
Austin.
realize, I didn't know where she was.
Yeah. You can't see. What does that say?
No. Somebody's walking across the camera,
Oh, they're naked.
and they don't have no clothes on. So
Okay. All right, ladies. So
Okay.
workout, Paula, as I said before, and I'm gonna see if my VA can cut up this video and make it shorter. For the workouts, if you're having a challenge because you haven't worked out in a while, any one of you, if you're having a challenge completing your workouts, daily workouts, I'm gonna say to you, come into the community and share that so that I can support it. Because there are
what
ways
kind
that
of
you can
daily
still
workout we what kind of daily workout we have?
you obviously have not looked at your sheet or looked at what you purchased.
The sheet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, speak from the truth.
Yeah.
The sheet.
So you
Okay.
have, oh, one more thing. I know you gotta go, Elaine. So one of the things on the daily checklist is for you to get a green drink to drink in the morning before you start eating, before you start drinking coffee, before any of that. I have a
Moringa
membership.
is wonderful.
I know,
Moringa.
yes, you can, and you can get your own. I'm gonna in the system, there is going to be a link that you can purchase it from. It's from a company called Live Pure. I am an affiliate, so I will get compensated if you purchase, but you don't have to. I'm just giving you the option, okay?
Okay.
But green juice with spirulina, moringa, what do you call it, kale. You're not gonna taste if you don't like kale. You're not gonna taste it, so don't worry about it, right? But I want you to start alkalizing your body. That's the reason for that. We're going to
Okay.
alkalize your body so that your brain can start working a little bit faster. Okay.
Okay. Sounds
And it's
good.
going to also eliminate inflammation in your body. All
Okay.
right,
I'm
ladies.
gonna email your teams because I did not get the emails and I also did the form even though it was kind of wonky. So
Okay.
okay.
I got you. Give me a couple of minutes and you'll
Okay.
have that
Okay.
Good
situated.
to see you, Elaine. Good
Good
to
to
see
see
you,
both of
Alana.
you, Paula and Alana. Be careful driving, please.
No
Okay.
Okay,
worries.
ladies, if you know people if you want to join with you, we still have time for them to join. We start next Monday.
Okay.
Okay. So let
Okay.
them know.
Thanks.
Bye,
Okay.
ladies.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye bye.
Thank you, Lorna.
You're
Bye
welcome.
bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.